Hello, this is JilliBling. How are you today? What do you think about this beauty? Yep, I am still on a roll with Friendly Hello. Isn't that cute? And the sparkle, it goes perfect with this card. This I saw from stampincrew.com and it was on Pinterest. And I love the look of that. It kind of looks like a purse, or what do they call those things with the paper in it? And it has the magnetic close, the folio. So this one is kind of the purse style. And the one I do today, I want to do it in just a little bit different, maybe go in the other direction. So this is all Friendly Hello. So anyone who through me gets this bundle, which is a celebration goes through the end of March or through the end of February. But I'd love to send you card kits. So all the supplies to make these projects, and I've got 5 of them going on. So this is the 4th one, and it's really cute. And of course, iridescent rhinestones. Love these. Okay, let's get started. Oop, that was from the last one. That's okay. So here are the papers. This is for the words. So let's just start because that's here on top. Oh, you know what? I have a few of them done. Okay, so stamp the words on just plain white paper. And the reason I left all of these out is I have a little tip to share with you. I don't know if you could see all these little marks next to here, and I'm thinking, and even right up here, I'm like, why do I have all of these little marks on here? Then down through the E, and it's because I have lint in my stamp pad. So I tried all these times trying to come up with something good. I think finally I did. Right here. So we'll use this one, but I wanted to mention, if you have that problem, see that by the E and by the R, what it is in your ink pad, whatever color, it has lint on top. So when you put the stamp in it, you pick up the lint, or there might be lint on your stamp. To get rid of all of that, I think these come in like a 5 or 6 pack on Amazon. But just run it over the top, and yes, you'll get ink all over this, but you'll also get rid of all of the lint. And then it works just fine. Who knew? So the main reason that you get lint like that on your stamp pad is baby wipes. And I have to admit, for years I used baby wipes. And some of them say that they're lint-free, but they seem to be the culprit. So use your chamois for cleaning. Mine is well loved. And I cut one of them into pieces because, boy, I'm not getting to the project. I will soon. Because look how easy it is to get that cleaned up and get in all the little cracks. So this one, usually I have the soap on it. You can see that's kind of bubbly. And then this one, I clean it off. Boy, I get distracted. Okay, back on task. Lint is bad. Okay, so for the words, I put those and just cut them. And you could use, like if you have a paper cutter, you could use that. But because this is just a small area, I feel that I can cut it okay, hopefully. That part down there I didn't. And then across the top. And because it's just a small paper, even if I do mess up, it's hard to tell because it's a small paper. This one I'll have go this way. Maybe it was better going the other way. Just looking at the H, it probably would have been better going this way. But that's okay. I'm going to make it work today. Okay, words are done. And these pieces, this piece is for stamping 2 flowers and 5 leaves. So I'll get to that. Flowers, pretty, and leaves. And I'm just using this outline. This is two-step stamping. Okay, I'm seeing lint again. I might do an extra one. Which means that I could stamp the outline, and then there's a separate stamp to fill it in if you put it right into the ink. Okay, looking at my stamping, pushed too hard. Didn't have it inked up enough, so I'm going to be going for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. Okay, 5. So I am going to color these and cut them out. In coloring, I'm using Spruce, Petal Pink, which matches the paper, and Crumb Cake for the flower center on the inside of the card. And there they are. For these, for the outside of the card, because I'm going to put a big, beautiful rhinestone over the top, I'm not going to take the time to color them. Okay, here's some other papers. So these are for the die. And in this die set, and the die set is called Basic Borders, and it has 6 pieces. And I have 2, 3, 4. The other ones are being busy right now, but it's a die set of 6. Great little edges. So we already used this one that looks like an envelope. So let's use this one. So on these papers, and I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog. My blog is JilliBling.com. So I'm going to cut this one way down at the bottom, and then the same with the black. And I have them here. The black piece I left at 5.5 inches, knowing that I would trim it, because at first I had it right to the 5 1/4, but it ended up too much over here, not enough there. So I purposely left it a little bit longer to kind of trim it. Okay, so let's get those stuck together. And you could use any adhesive. You could use your liquid glue or your tape runner. So I'm just going to be lining it up with the pattern here, with the pattern on the designer paper. Just a little bit showing. Now I want that amount of black to show the same amount over here. Okay, and now you can see that I need to trim it. And it's okay if you don't trim it perfectly, because see on this one how there's this black layer? If you don't trim it perfectly, you can't see black on top of black. It'll be just fine. Okay, let's get to the card. Card base, Petal Pink. It's so pretty. It's so springy. Today we are cloudy and cold and rainy. I think the West Coast needs rain, so it's a good thing, but whew, it made me put on a few layers, extra layers. I put on this thing on top of everything. It's so nice. It's like having a teddy bear with me everywhere. Okay, so this is the front. That will be for the inside. This is going to go here. This go. Oh, this one I want to do like the paper folio where you close it, magnet, close it. So I'm going to put that there, and this time this here. Okay, that looks good. Just for a change. This looks really good. Okay, so I'll stick down the designer paper. And then this piece, I could just stick it down flat, but on this one, see this little shadow right down here So I used tape runner or stampin' seal right here with a little bit of liquid glue, and then I put some dimensionals here just to give it a little bit of definition for this fancy edge. So I'm going to do that again. So stampin' seal, and then just a little bit of liquid glue just to make sure it stays down. And then I'll put some dimensionals here. Minis will do. For the longest time I was really worried, should I use a mini? Should I use a regular one? But when you really think about it, the mini dimensional holds up the paper just fine, whether it be a bigger piece or a littler piece. Doesn't matter, I can use minis much more often than I do. Okay, so I have that little border going on. And there it is. That's so pretty. I love these colors. Okay, so for this, and I want it to be a little bit collage-like. That's looking good. Okay, so liquid glue under here and dimensionals under there. Liquid glue is here under my thumb. And I'm purposely putting dimensionals closer to the center so that I have room to tuck the leaves. Liquid glue, I'm going to have to work fast to get the leaves under there. I could plant it right now, but I stayed away from the edges a bit so that the leaves could go under there. So how about just like that? Then these, yeah, it's letting me get under there. So this, I don't know why I'm hung up on this lately, but I like doing dimensional on half of it and liquid glue on the other half. It's kind of 3D like. Okay. Then, where should these go? How about just like that? So this one I'll do all liquid glue. Maybe I should have done half and half. This one I'll do flat, just glue. And then the one next to it can have the works. Then the words, all dimensionals. Okay, I wasn't sure about this layout, but I like that. Okay, so the front, other than the fancy rhinestones, the front is done. So I'll put on 2 flowers, gets 2 big rhinestones, and some of these small. It looks like they're small, medium, and large. So I'll put the small ones on, like just off in the field. So it looks like this card is just sparkling, because the flowers are sparkling. I don't know. Right there. Okay, there that is. So for the inside, hope you have the best birthday. That's nice. What did I do on this one? I like that. The world is a better place because of you. Those words, I used this just in like 2 cards ago. Hydrangea Haven, it has great words. And just as an FYI, down here at the bottom, it's kind of important to watch for that. It says 75 images are 75%. So if you take your die, like this die right here, and you think, oh, that's going to fit perfectly. No, it doesn't. Because, not that I just did this and was disappointed. So, it's important when you grab it, if you see that, check it out. Okay. Back on task. Let's use those words at the top because they're so nice. Good. And then put a few flowers down here at the bottom and a few leaves. Okay, so you're asking, how are you going to do the leaves? It's time to mask. So I have this. This was cut from a Post-it. I stamped on the Post-it, cut it out, and I've used it a few times, but this will protect the flower image so that the leaves look like they're coming from underneath the flower. And when I pull up the mask, you're going to say, ah, that's what you're doing. Or you've probably already masked before. I think a lot of people have done this. But until this mask gets saturated with ink, I could use it over and over, which, as you can tell, I have been. Looking good. So now I will remove the mask. Looks really nice. And I'm going to color, just like this one, using the blends. I will color using Spruce, Petal, and Crumb Cake. And I have one almost done. What is that? Right here. Isn't that pretty? So, center is Crumb Cake. No fancy shading there or anything. And then the flowers are Petal. And I've been trying to leave a little bit of a white edge, as if it just keeps on getting lighter and lighter. Okay, Petal Pink, dark, Petal Pink, light, and I'm just, at this point, I'm just trying to leave that little white edge. I think it just makes it look a little more dainty and soft. Okay, that's it. So, friendly hello, I have been on a roll. This is project number 4. I have one more to go, but it might be more than one, just because I'm having a lot of fun with it and I have more ideas. Or Pinterest has more ideas that I really, really like. That's a pretty layout. And you know these dies, I think they're intended for your envelope, just to kind of fancy up the flap. But I like it on the card front. Probably be cute on both. So there it is. Same but different. That's it. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.